To investigate a new family next door.
Well, have fun. I'm sure that soul will work better when you get back.
Billy, your mother's a wonderful woman. Sometimes I think she just doesn't understand us, man.
Here we are, Dad. Just on the other side of the hedge in the shed. Oh, golly, look at them, Dad. Aren't they cute?
My gosh. Well, that's quite a family, Bess, old girl. You did all right for yourself.
Hey, Dad, how did the puppies get there? I mean, well, before there weren't any, and, well, all of a sudden, here they are.
Well, God made them, Sonny, just like he made everything.
Yeah, well, I know that, but well, how did they get here?
Well, let's see. Well, it was like this. Everything that's alive grows from a tiny seed, you see? You know, the little tomato seeds you and Nancy planted in your garden, how they grew into nice red tomatoes?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same way with puppies. God planted the little seeds inside old Bess's tummy, and they grew into puppies.
You mean the puppies come from inside Bess?
That's right. Remember how fat she was getting? Well, that's because she was carrying the puppies inside her.
Oh, golly. But, Dad, how did the puppies get out?
Easy. Remember how I told you a hen lays an egg?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same way with puppies. Bess has a tiny opening in her body, and it stretches open so the puppies can come through, and then it closes up again, you see?
Oh, gee willikers.
Well, Bess, take good care of your babies. We've got to be getting back.
Daddy.
What, Sonny?
Daddy, do real babies...
You mean, do real babies grow inside their mothers, too? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Do they, Dad?
Well, sure. But, well, real babies are different than puppies. You see, when God makes a dog or a pussycat, after a while it dies. And then we bury it in the ground, and there's no more dog or pussycat. But babies are different.
Well, how come, Dad? How are they different?
When God makes a baby, Billy, it's the most wonderful thing in the world. And here's the way he does it. First, he takes his tiny seed from inside the daddy. Then he plants the seed inside the mother. And then he breathes into it something that we call a soul.
Soul? What's that? I never saw one, did I?
No, son, we can't see the soul. But it's the most wonderful part of the new baby. Because when the baby grows up to be an old man and he dies, they bury his body in the ground. But his soul goes to heaven and lives with God forever.
Forever and ever?
That's right.
But, Dad, how do real babies get out of their mothers?
Well, that little egg that I told you about, God breathes a soul into it, and it starts to grow. It grows for 9 whole months inside the mother, right under her heart. And then, when it's ready to come out, the mother goes to the hospital so the doctor can help her, and the baby slips out through the tiny opening in her body.
You mean Mommy has a hole in her body?
Sure. Well, we all have different openings in our bodies for different things. You have holes in your nose to breathe through and a mouth to stuff cookies into.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, mothers have a little opening between their legs. When the baby comes through, it stretches wide, and then it closes up again, you see?
Gee, wait till I tell Nancy.
Well, I think we'd better keep this a secret just between the two of us for a while.
Does Mommy know?
Yes, I think Mommy knows. But Nancy's only a baby yet, and she wouldn't understand. Later on, when she's as old as you, we'll tell her, too.
Hey, there's Mommy now. I'm going to tell her about the puppies.
All right. Does Mommy know? Wait till I tell Shirley that. Hey, Shirley!
Yes, Jim?
Yeah, danged if this thing doesn't work better at that. Goes to show I don't know my own strength.
Live from Hot Springs National Park, it's the record you need to know about with your hosts, John Miller and Aaron Buckley. Broadcasting from Studio A in the KUHS Tower, two guys that have no idea what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, John Miller and Aaron Buckley.
And Jason. Jason's here too. Learning how to make babies. From a 1950s record player. How you doing out there? What's happening? We're famous. We're famous. I'm talking to the kids in the street. Hey, what's going on?
Kids in the street these days.
Kids in the streets these days.
I'll tell you.
KUHS 102.5 FM. It is the record you need to know about right here on the greatest radio station of all time, the solar-powered community radio station.
The one and only.
Cuz 102.5.
102.5. Or Coos.
Coos. Yeah, I like Coos better.
I do too.
Coos, because it sounds cool.
Is that prurient?
It's doing the dance. Doing the dance out there. He was doing the Fortnite dance. These little punks in the street. If they only knew what we were saying about them.
We can see them, look.
Oh, you can see him? Oh, you can see him through the camera. That's right. We are live on Facebook. Facebook.com/find us. We're there. You can see the little punks we're talking about out there in the street. Causing trouble.
Look at them little children.
Causing trouble.
Causing trouble.
Chillins.
Well, happy Monday. It is, of course, the last Monday of January. It feels, or July, sorry. It feels like a long month.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out, Jason. That's why I said January. It feels like it's been a very long month. Doesn't it? I feel like there's a lot of Mondays in this month. I mean, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mondays in July of 2019.
5 Mondays.
That's a lot of Mondays.
It's like
It's a lot of Mondays.
I think we had last time we had 5 Mondays in November or something like that.
It was either November or October, because I think it might have been October, because we were trying to piece together all of these Halloween shows.
That's
and I was
right.
like, dear God, when's it going to end? This is a lot of work. I don't want to work that hard for the dang show.
No.
Just a little bit.
know.
Just a little bit.
We're not making enough.
We're not getting paid
Because,
enough.
File a grievance with the station manager.
Station manager's here actually right now. He's in the other room.
I don't know,
Clearly
he's jamming out to something else. You can
Clearly,
see him.
yeah.
If you look closely,
You can see him.
I'm gonna spy.
see him
I'm
right
gonna-
to the right of Aaron's head.
There he is. I'm gonna spy and see what he's listening to.
You know what? Porn.
He's watching a marching band.
Is he?
He's watching a marching band. That's awesome.
You know, I just had a thought.
Our station manager's watching a marching band.
We need some markers for that window,
He's trying to ignore
so you
us
can
too.
write on the window. And
He's trying to
Yeah.
ignore us. He's trying to stay focused on his marching band. Do you think he's watching
I
like
don't think
old?
it takes much, man, because
think
that's
he's-
his thing.
Maybe he's watching old high school videos of himself.
He's
He's always counting out a beat and tooting something.
No, he's nerding out, being a fellow tuba enthusiast. He's nerding out.
That's not a tuba.
Anyway, welcome to the show. We kicked things. That was good. That's not a tuba. We kicked things off with a little educational audio for you there from a record that came out in the 50s. I can't remember the exact date because I loaded that up into this computer a long time
54.
ago, but right around there. Sure.
I'm guessing.
I like that. That sounds good. 54.
Maybe Schneid will call in and correct us.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. But it came out in the 50s, and they used to put these things out, like they would give them to the housewife when she was getting groceries, so she could take them home and say, "Here, let little Timmy listen to this. It's educational.
It's educational.
He'll understand where babies come from,
Learning about the birds and the bees.
how babies are made." And then you, the dad, you don't have to do that job. You just put a record on and walk away.
I never had that talk.
You didn't?
There was no need for it.
Wow.
I'd already seen too much by the time I was probably 7.
Oh, you?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant you in the capacity as a dad.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that either.
Oh, really? Wow.
Kids these days find out on their own.
I think.
Yeah, it's just kind of all over the internet.
Yeah,
I mean,
of
it's in
course.
ads.
I think I was approached, and I was like, "It's cool, Mom. I got this. Don't have to. I can see that you're sweating. I can see that you're nervous. We don't have to have this conversation. I got it all worked out. Just don't look under my bed. Just don't look under my bed. There might be a Playboy under there. I got it all figured out though. So, just
I was like 14, 15. I was like, Mom, can we get the Playboy channel? What do you need that for? You already have like 50. How did you know that?
50 magazines. Yeah, because moms clean the house, man. They know. They clean your bedroom. They find things.
Well, they snoop or whatever.
snoop, or they're cleaning, and they're like, oh, look at that penthouse. What's that doing in there? Strange. Wonder how my son got that. I know why he has it.
It's usually from a dad, an uncle.
Yeah, some weird uncle.
Some family member.
It's always an Uncle John.
It is. Uncle John.
Uncle John.
Uncle John.
Uncle John brought over the penthouse for the kids.
Spelled Jon.
That's right. The short version. That's the weirder version of the John. You know what I mean? If you think about the names, like they can be oddly spelled. Jon.
Well, Jon is it's the short version of Jonathan. You know?
Well, I would think that
That's
the
how
short.
you spell Jonathan, though. Jonathan.
Look how he's not confident about that statement at all, because that's not how you spell Jonathan.
Look at him again.
Yes, it is.
Jonathan.
John.
Go ahead. Put that on the record. I want that on the record.
Jonathan.
Well, his name is spelled differently. It's
Jason.
Jasahn.
Yeah, it's Jason. Jason.
No, it's
Jason.
Jayson.
Jyson. Is that it on your birth certificate? Jay?
No.
Jason.
I'm Jason. Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
But no, if you think about it, like John without an H is a different type of John. Do you think it's short for Jonathan? Todd? Asking Todd now.
I kind of thought of that before he said it.
Really?
Yeah, and some
Okay.
people do that. I mean, so I don't
So
know.
if there's a John, if I ever meet a John and it's Jon, I can be like,
probably a
is it short for Jonathan? I'll just ask him.
I've seen a Jonathan spelled John.
What stumps me is Thom. Thom gets me every time. You know anybody named Thom?
Thom York.
I was gonna say, get on the mic, Jason.
Thom.
Yeah.
Thom York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thom.
where they just leave the H in there?
Thom. Yeah, Thom.
Yeah.
But people call him Tom.
Yeah.
But it's Thom. It's right there. It's Thom. It's Thom.
Well, short for Thomas.
Well, Thomas.
Well, that's not how you say Thomas.
Well, you don't say termus. You say thermos.
Yeah.
Help me out. Do I have a point
That's
here?
true. You know what I do when I see something like that? I'm just going to call you Grant. or Ted.
Billy.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Billy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
occasionally Dick.
I don't know anyone named Thom, but I really want to know a Thom. I want Thom in my life. All right. I just want to be able to say, hey, but you guys talk to Thom? Do you know what he's up to today? Wouldn't that be great?
I know a couple.
Thom.
You know a
You
couple
do?
Thoms?
Really? You know some Thoms?
Yeah.
Like that you know? Like you talk to them?
Yeah.
Or is it a Facebook no? Like you know them and
No,
you're like,
people,
oh, look, there's another
people
profile
I went
pic.
to school with, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thom.
Thom.
Thom Gutenberg?
They chose THOM because I guess Tom is just too bland. You got to have that little extra H for,
So they did it for aesthetics. So when they write their name, they're like, that satisfies me. THOM. But now you're throwing the world off because you're Thom.
Well, he's Jason.
He's Jason.
Jason.
And you're Tood.
Well, no.
Why is my name? Why is Aaron Aaron?
Aaron.
Why is it Aaron?
Aaron.
Why couldn't it just be like Airon? Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, that guy. You got that sample, you son of a gun. That's funny.
Aaron.
Oh, great. That's great. That's great.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
I should be on the record. You need to know about. At least I have fun.
That's right. Brianna won't be here tonight, by the way. He already reached out and said that the recovery of the what are they called
Receptacles?
again? Reassignment surgery is taking longer than anticipated. So Brianna, the world premiere of Brianna will be next Monday. Looking forward to that.
Oh, he went for the extended version.
Yeah.
That's where they.
Or maybe the unextended version.
Yeah. I think it's like they add a tail and an extra something.
Be careful, he's Jewish, man. He might take that the wrong way.
Did I miss something?
The joke about they have tails.
Oh.
That's a joke.
Oh, I thought that was just Italians.
No. Italians are fine. There doesn't seem to have anything wrong with them.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're perfect.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Eskimos. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Inuits.
Inuits.
Clinkets.
That's why they call them Inuits.
This just shows
Because they have the tail.
show's going off the rails so fast. And the reason
Like
it
a
is
crazy
because
train.
we're avoiding the obvious. And that is that there was we've finally
What?
we've finally had a shooter in town It's never happened before that I can remember. We've had a shooter in town. We had a shooter in town. Ooh, we got quiet in here.
It totally did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bump your mic. Lost it. There we go. Thank you.
Man, that's just
Sounds
crazy.
like Fonzie over there. He knocks it on
See,
the wall.
you start talking about shooters, man, and
Somebody might get killed.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be.
somebody almost got killed.
Right. 2 people almost got killed. It's fantastical.
It's totally fantastic.
Those people want to come in and talk to us.
that
They seem
better?
like they're
There we
interested
go.
in talking to us. But yeah, so we had it.
Oh, no, there it went.
Yeah,
It's
we
if, I,
fixed it.
it's if I turn my head, even. Here, watch.
Just be careful.
I'm just going to sit like
I
this.
don't know if anyone else can hear what we're hearing in the headphones. I think we might be the only receivers of this.
Yeah, hopefully somebody will call in and
Madness.
say, hey, man, I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden it just goes over to the right channel. There's nothing else.
And we'll be like, we did that on purpose, man.
Exactly. We have
But
hand control.
The show's going off the rails. We got to get back on track.
No, it's totally on the rails.
But,
No, it's
but
off.
first
It's a
active
plan.
shooter in Hot Springs.
Is that really
downtown.
true? Yeah. That's
well,
crazy,
I mean,
huh?
no, since for a long time. Because remember the Red Carpet Inn?
Yeah, that was a
Shooter.
bad name for
Yeah.
that place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is that the Red Carpet Inn at the time?
No, it was after the fact.
It
became
was
a Red
the...
Carpet.
Oh, they named it after? Oh, good Lord.
It was...
What kind of
What was the
sadistic
motel name?
prank was that?
I don't know.
I'm going to buy the hotel and name it Red Carpet Inn.
Well, then there was the Ski Motel, but that's not technically in town. It was out past one of the bridges.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But
we had
since that
we had a
time-
shooter, and surprise, surprise, there wasn't there like a gun and knife show happening at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Dude pulled that
Yes, there's
shotgun straight
video
out of his
surveillance.
pants.
Yeah,
I wish
very-
I had downloaded it. but
Very, yeah. Well, we're hoping for a speedy recovery for the officer that got tagged,
Yeah.
and I really don't care about the dude at all.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just one less problem. And now they're saying that he had some issues.
Mental issues, yeah.
He had stuff. I think it's right here. He had a criminal history that extended from Arkansas to Iowa. And what's going on over here?
Really?
The buffer is skipping. He's doing it all from his phone. Fantastical. But yeah, so yeah, your mic is blowing out, Jason. It's very strange. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe yours.
Yeah.
No, it may be mine.
No, it's his.
Oh boy. Oh, here we
is.
go. This is why we need to do a fundraiser. I just want to raise thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So that,
Hello.
yeah, all the equipment works. You back in there, Jason?
Hello.
There we
Yes,
go.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Where do we go?
Okay.
All right, then.
Okay.
Are you in?
Back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, he's in.
Back in. Great. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty crazy. I was far away at the time, but I was like, whoa, that's nuts. That's happening right now. That's actually happening directly below where a few fellas I know that are in a band practice. And I've watched them practice many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got a first-hand account from the dude's place that is at. He saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
He saw the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You had a couple of friends that were at Diablo's when it all went down. The cops were like, get on the floor. Get on the floor.
Get on the floor, really?
Yeah, get down because
Yeah.
somebody's shooting.
Yeah, get down, FBI, get down.
They had a pretty fast reaction time. That's pretty good.
It's good, yeah. It was, yeah. What was that?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, so...
Thank you, Hot Springs Finest, for being
Yes,
there.
thank you, Hot Springs Finest, for ending that quickly, unlike out in Gilroy at the Garlic Festival, where a bunch of people got shot, I believe the same day. But yeah, so I don't know, it was something in the water or something in the atmosphere, but yeah, this kind of thing's gotta come to an end.
Something in the nation.
Gotta
I don't know.
come to the end.
Maybe. You know, maybe.
Could be something in the nation. You're right. It could very well be. I mean, it could be the
Seems like a trend, you know.
could be, I mean, that maybe there's some, dog whistles happening
You know,
a lot
I'm
of
sure
a lot
there's
in the
a-
news. I
I'm
mean,
sure
there's
there's
lots of
a-
things, lots of hints.
Sure, there's some personalities here in town that were just like praying, oh, please don't be one of those people.
Don't
We
be a white man that
don't be a-
supports
yeah,
Trump.
you
Yeah.
know. Hey, I didn't even say it this
And
time.
then you didn't have to, because I am the battle cry is loud over here on this end of the mic, and the first thing I thought was I hope everyone's okay, and I went to the news and saw that everyone was okay. A little disappointed about the guy with the gun. That's not an officer, that is. I would rather him not be okay, and I don't mind saying that. I mean, I'm running for mayor, so I don't mind saying that. I would rather HSPD have ended that relationship with Earth and that dude.
Hey, well, if you're running for mayor, that's not a problem.
Par for the course, right?
Because previous one we had, you'd say all kinds of things about sniping, tourists.
At least this was a resident and not a tourist, right?
But know what the good thing is?
Yeah.
You're not saying that and then going to church and talking all the goodness.
Correct. And I'm just kidding. I mean, it's fine. I'm just kidding. Not really. Just kidding.
She wasn't. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm kidding. I wasn't being serious. I was joking. I'm glad everyone's all right. But that was the first thing I did was check to make sure everything was right. Then the second, it was like, please be a Trump supporter. I'm sorry. I'm just like, please. Well, please be a follower.
And of course, the flip side of the coin is always
please tell me he's got Cheeto fingers and it's all perfect.
Well, just looking at his picture, I mean, I would say he was.
Yeah, I hate to stereotype, but they all kind of fall into the same bucket, don't they?
What about him? What about his features? What about
just like I said, it looks like his mom and dad were first cousins.
So you're saying
that's what it looks like.
Okay,
I wasn't gonna quite get that.
I'm not even gonna argue with that.
I'm not arguing, but I was gonna say more like the eyebrows kind of connecting, the eyes a little closer together.
They were closer.
There's definitely
some little retardation or something.
Well, you don't want to say that. You want to say.
Well, he did go full retard.
He did.
Jason did for sure just now. What you want is what you want to say is that a little short, maybe had small hands, could have been very strange. Definitely,
you really don't. You just
definitely in the surveillance video, I was a little concerned by his outfit. His outfit alone, his fashion choices were a red flag for me for him being in the "Make America Wear Crappy Clothes Again" camp.
Here's the way I look at it: if I just showed a picture of him, you're not going to associate him with, any Antifa or, even though I don't care about that.
He's not waking up to avocado toast. I can tell you that.
or probably playing video games. I don't think that guy can even work a computer, possibly. I mean, just looking at him, anybody can these days.
Yeah. All it takes is two big fat thumbs. You can work a computer.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I stand corrected. There are. There are a lot of those people out there.
But let's put it this way. We could replace him with a pit bull and the world would be a better place. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there's an ordinance against that.
And that's not a big upgrade.
Actually, it is.
It is. I just not a big upgrade. But yeah, I'm glad the officer that took the dude down is okay. Recovering. Be back home with his canine dog any minute now.
Well, he's already out.
He's already out. Good, there you go.
So
that's
he had
the latest update.
Bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, dude had a shotgun, so he probably just got hit by, some ricochet pellets or
sprayed
something.
Yeah, but most of those guys usually put on their stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm sure he had it on, but I mean, I'm sure he didn't get hit full force. He got, buckshot, hit with buckshot or something.
It is a little unnerving, though, that happened right here, man. Right down there.
Yeah, I don't think Billy Bob Burrow had his on.
I was down there.
Straight up shot.
Billy Bob Burrow. Billy Bob Bow Rotor.
I think he was a Jan supporter.
Whatever the case may be.
It was on his shirt. Whatever
the case may be, he had a history, and that's the real story here. He had a history of crimes stretching from Arkansas to Iowa. And he had a history of some disturbance in his nut.
So
he got a gun.
Do we know
how to get a gun?
Do we know that he bought the gun from the gun show yet?
Not at all. He could have grabbed it from Mama's cabinet.
That thing wasn't even sawed off from what it looked like. He just pulled that straight out. He was a short dude. Yeah. He just pulled that. Well, he was kind of
short,
hefty, so he had some
small hands. Danger zone. I'm telling you, when if they're a little shorter and they got small hands, no offense, I'm crossing the street, getting on the other side. Especially if all of the mixtures are in. If the eyebrows are kind of squeezing in together, the eyes are kind of close together, then I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm crossing the street. I think I'm gonna. It's Caucasian, meets the criteria. Eyes are kind of close together. Getting the eyebrows are kind of Cro-Magnoting a little bit.
But you know
Did
what?
I already say he was Caucasian? I did.
You know what's
Small
missing?
hands, kind of short. Bad fashion. I'm crossing the street.
Just think, though.
Getting on the
Aaron,
other side of the street.
If you would have been armed and you would have been there, you could have taken him out.
But that's impossible because I would never have a gun. Except for the one, except for that one.
But you get what I'm saying. Why didn't that happen?
I know what you're trying to play.
Why didn't that happen? Sean Hannity?
This isn't that network.
It doesn't matter. We're in the middle of this,
But I can't.
an area that has a lot of those kind of people.
I can't because the moment I hear Hannity's voice, I throw up in my mouth a little bit, and so it has to change really fast.
I just start punching the damn wall.
Oh yeah, I don't do that. That doesn't get anything done.
No, it does. It does, especially if you put a picture of it.
So I'm curious to find out how this fella, we won't say this man who hath no name, but Trump supporter. We will say that was subliminally, like I did that. But I am curious to find out how he got this gun. How did he get the gun?
Well,
that's what I've been.
Well, for one, it was a shotgun, which is extremely easy to get. They're not regulated that hard.
And why is that? Why is that?
Not like assault rifles or whatever.
A gun is a gun is a gun.
And
you have to have a
Or
license.
handguns.
You have to have a license from the FAA to fly a drone legally. You have to have a license. You have to be trained. And then you have to reach out and go, hey, guess what, FAA? I'm going to fly a drone in this radius today. And they send a message back and they say, green light, go for it.
I mean, you can go buy a shotgun.
It's a drone.
You can go buy a shotgun at Walmart.
It's a baby helicopter that you control with a remote control receiver thing,
Exactly.
like a remote control car. You have to have a license.
You have to have a license to drive a car.
You have to have the license to fly those darn planes. Well, yeah, obviously that.
And what I'm saying, well, you have that whole argument, voter IDs and all that. Well, you have to have a license for this to cash a check. You have to have a license for this. You have to have a license for that. Guns? No.
But we could walk in. We could walk in the Mountain Valley Armory tomorrow and just buy a shotgun.
No, that's what you go to the gun show for.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's where it's done. Kind of foggy dealing.
Yeah.
It's foggy dealing at the gun show, right?
The next time they have one in town, we need to set up a thing like the 14-year-old kid that went in and bought one.
I don't know about that, but I like that.
We
Let's
need to
do
get
that.
a kid and go, hey, man, go
buy a gun.
Go buy this gun. Get the biggest one you can.
I don't want to
get that 50 cal sniper rifle over there.
I'm concerned about encouraging that.
What do you mean? That's not encouraging it.
But is it really exploiting the loophole?
Kind of.
Or is it? Yeah, I'm not smart enough for this conversation. I just know. I'm glad the cop's okay. And
I know if we keep talking, you're going to get one of those guys that's going to call in. No, every detail about a gun. No, what he does is a certain amount of recoil and blah, 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 whatever. It's like, just shut up.
Yeah. It's very illogical. Anyway, we have more show for you. We've got a really cool one tonight. No jokes about it. Aside from all that shooter stuff.
Could be a joke.
We have a good show, though. This is exciting. So if you recall, if you do listen to the show on the reg, and you should, if you don't, then, man, you're missing out on some riveting debate and conversation.
It is. It's very riveting.
You like that? That was good.
Maybe we should call. Speaking of Jan earlier, we should call her. Maybe
Call her up, see what she thinks about the gun show gun guy.
Yeah.
The gun show gun guy. He's got a name now.
She'll just say it wasn't an AR-15 or whatever.
Gun show gun guy.
As Joe Biden said, get your shotgun and blah, blah, blah. Whatever, you lost.
So we have a good show. Very excited. If you recall, last week we featured a band called the Fatback Band.
Fatback Band?
Fatback Band. And they're great. We heard their very first album, which came out in 1971. Well, tonight we're sharing with you Fatback 12, which came out in 1979. This is a very interesting album, kids, because there is a lot of controversy around this album. Controversy surrounding this album. See, and we're going to get into it a little bit later in the show. We're going to talk about the Sugar Hill Gang. We're going to talk about Rapper's Delight. We're going to talk about the Bronx music scene in the 1970s. But right now, we're going to talk about the fact that this album is noted as being the first hip-hop. Having the first hip-hop commercially released first hip-hop single. Now, I've listened to the whole record, and it's really hip-hop heavy.
It is.
But there's one song that's spot on that is of the time, and we're going to discuss the year, the month that these songs were released up against what's more commonly known as the first rap hip-hop song, Rapper's Delight, by the Sugar Hill Gang, which was released in 1979 as well. So these came out the same year. But there's something magical happening here. We're going to kind of explore that in a little while. We're going to share the record with you, and then we're going to explore some of that, right? Isn't that the plan?
That's exactly right.
I picked up what you said.
And if we see any shooters, we'll let you guys know.
And we're going to save King Tim III for the last. We're going to take this record out of its normal arrangement. We're going to save it for the tail end so that we can listen to Rapper's Delight, listen to King Tim.
We're going to do a little versus.
We're going to do a little versus.
Might as well.
And we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do it with another song. There's a Katy Perry song that she lost a major court battle to today that I'm kind of interested to find out what that song sounds like that she ripped off.
Oh, it was she ripped off Milli Vanilli.
No. I wish. It would be great. Yeah, she ripped off a Christian rock band that had a song called Joyous Noise. Something like that, joyful noise or joyous noise or something. But maybe we'll do a little
That's
cross.
like a first, isn't it? That like a Christian group would try to sue somebody that's in
doesn't seem very Christian, does it, to be clamoring after money?
Well,
from someone that made a boatload.
Nowadays, it doesn't matter. Morals are out the door, and
yeah, that band has so many fans now. They could shoot someone in the street and no one would care.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to play some music. It is KUHS 102.5 FM. You're listening to the record you need to know about. Tonight's record is Fatback 12 from the Fatback Band. This came out in 1979. Enjoy. We'll be back in a little while.
Just want the whole wide world bass, it turns me on. It makes me wanna move. It's a disco bass I'm talking about that makes me wanna groove. Hey bass, hey bass, hey bass, hey bass, got me dancing on the ceiling.
me, Bethany, and you're listening to the record you need to know about on KUHS.
Shockwaves through my spine with that bumper. Wow. Thanks, Bethany. Yes, you are listening to KUHS 102.5 FM, the record you need to know about. You can find us at therecordyouknowabout.com. Listen to every one of these shows from the last, 5 years? 4 years? 4 years of shows available for you at any time. You could actually, you could do what? You could do what, Todd? You could subscribe to our iTunes, or now it's iTunes podcast or whatever, but all the shows are on there.
Yeah, they're all in there.
All on Google Play if you're one of those people that doesn't have a cool phone.
A lot of shows are on YouTube now.
You got one of those Republican phones, you just go right over there to the Google Play, and you can call Androids are Republican phones.
Fascist phone.
The fascist phone?
Call it the fascist.
The fascist phone. You know, the fascist phone with your Android or your whatever you got, your Pixel or whatever they're called.
Pixel 3.
If you don't have the Apple phone, that's because, only liberals own Apples, and that's the way things are.
It's like that, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. And that's the way it is. But yeah, listen to the little Fatback band. Little Fatback band for you there. This is the highly debated album that has the first commercially released hip-hop single, which we will share with you at the end of the album, because we're going to do a whole investigative report to the best of our abilities.
Yeah.
I don't want to sell us too hard.
You've already gone too far.
It could be a train wreck. But yeah, to the best of our abilities, we're going to explore the differences between King Tim III and Rapper's Delight. So King Tim III is the first commercially, so they say, the first commercially released hip-hop single. It came out on March 25th, 1979. Mm-hmm. Rapper's Delight, more commonly known as the first hip-hop song ever, came out on September 16th, 1979. Mm-hmm. So there's a few months between there, and that's where our little gray area of debate can happen.
Right.
And we're going to listen to both tracks. Maybe not like, I don't know, how do you want to do it?
I don't know.
Listen to a little bit of King Tim, and then jump into Rapper's Delight, and then back. Okay, we could try that.
Yeah, do that. Then we'll get into what the debate is really about. But I think it's just a technicality.
Just a technicality.
Somebody messed up.
We need to set the record straight, and that's our job here.
That's what we're doing.
Set the record straight.
Set the record straight. Or set it on its path.
I want to bring something up here really quick. It's just a light topic. We were talking while that last track was playing, and I was telling Jason that I wish that backhoes weren't so expensive, because I would own one.
Yeah.
But I feel like backhoes could possibly be so expensive because they're regulated, and therefore not everyone can own one. Because if you think about it, if everyone owned a backhoe, what in the world would happen to our yards, our streets? People would just be making pools, in the side yard, in the backyard, in the front yard. They'd be like, I'm making a pool today, or I'm digging up a tree because I have a backhoe.
What do you mean they're regulated?
They're so.
You mean they're regulated by the price at this point?
They're regulated by the price, exactly. They're so expensive that not everyone can own one. Only people that can afford them can own them, and most of the times, those people work for someone who says, I have a plan. It's been civilly engineered. We're going to use a backhoe to cut this hole out and make a parking lot.
I don't know that it always works out that way. I know a lot of rednecks with backhoes.
I don't own a backhoe. I want a backhoe.
You want a backhoe?
I want a backhoe.
Everybody wants a backhoe,
yeah.
Especially.
But they've been priced out of my range.
Jason's got a side hoe. That's a totally different thing.
Oh, you do, Jason? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotta have a hoe first to have a side hoe.
Tell us more. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, anything's better than a trench hoe.
All I'm trying to say, Todd, is that the regulations on backhoes affect me, and they affect everyone else.
They do.
Because they're so expensive. We can't afford one.
It's just like
But if you had a backhoe, Todd, if you had a backhoe, you would be like, yes, I have a backhoe.
Oh, I'd use
I'm
it all the
taking
time.
care of business in my yard.
I've always wanted a bobcat, and those are cost prohibitive as well.
They are very expensive. They're regulated.
Well, yeah.
Price regulated out of your pocket. You can't get one.
Yeah.
If I could afford a backhoe, I would buy another luxury car.
Or just a backhoe.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I like the fact that I
Entourage.
yeah. Let's see what's going on here. It sounds like we may have a caller. Let me make sure everything's correct here on the little calling machine.
There it is.
Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Christy. How are y'all?
Hey, Christy, what's going on?
Awesome.
Todd's lovely lady.
Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to hear your voices on the phone and on my phone when it's playing your show. Anyway, that was confusing. But anyway, my point is, I totally agree with you, Aaron.
Sorry.
I totally agree with you on the backhoe thing because when my dad bought a backhoe, he bought a Kubota, as he would say.
Okay.
I get the Kubota. And it was like a little scooper thing,
Yeah.
and it had all this stuff, and it was just awesome. And he would just walk around like he was the king of the world because of that Kubota.
And he was backhoeing like a madman, wasn't he? He was just backhoeing over here and backhoeing over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to dig up, I'm going to drag this tree. I'm going to drive the tractor 20 miles so I can help these people pull a tree.
Now, granted,
That kind of
I'm sure your dad was wildly smart and super responsible, but was there ever a time when you were like, Dad, you're going a little overboard with backhoe? It's getting a little crazy.
No, you never get between a man and his backhoe. That's for sure. You never do that. That's going to be a bad situation. It's a terrible idea.
So then
he
he's-
wasn't all
so
down
that-
by the road digging up the water lines.
So
and stuff.
then her dad is one of the good cases of being able to afford a backhoe and utilizing it properly.
Yeah.
Well, he was wise. He was wise, older and wiser, maybe. Maybe his testosterone levels had dropped to the point where he wasn't going to do just insane things with a backhoe. You know, who knows? I don't know. Maybe he did stuff I don't know about. Maybe somebody saw him do some stuff, but now you never see them again because he had a backhoe.
Or somebody in your old neighborhood that's like, that damn guy with the backhoe, he ruined my backyard.
Yeah, then that guy's just missing. You know, we don't know what happened to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
well,
I just
that's
wanna
cool.
back you up on that because absolutely, backhoeing is a rite of passage. I think.
I want a backhoe.
It's a rite of passage.
Fantastic.
I think we need some T-shirts.
I want a backhoe T-shirt.
I don't think she
Okay.
picked up on the direction we were going with this.
It's good.
I kind of think I did.
I think she did.
You did.
I think she did.
You know I did.
Some people,
You know I did.
well, and that's the interesting case here is that while they're cost prohibitive and they're cost regulated out of a lot of people's hands, the few that can afford to buy one are wise and they use it responsibly.
And that's why
see?
they have them.
That's
agree
why
with
they
that.
have them.
They've either saved and kept their finances in a wise manner, or they've decided to
I don't know about all
to
this.
just blow the inheritance and get a Kubota.
Because how many times have you heard of some guy with a backhoe that rips into a fiber optic line or a gas main? It happens all the time. They weren't
never heard of this
intentionally
happening.
doing it, but they were probably drunk. And
Well,
I don't
That's a whole
know.
other
That's
problem.
totally
That's a
debatable.
whole other problem. But anyway, we're going down a rabbit hole here. I just wanted to say
I like your input
that
on the
I'm backing
backhoe.
up the backhoe thing.
Thank you.
And it's a glorious time in a man or woman's life. Don't know many women with backhoes, but hey, that
Dang, I
they
tell you
finally
what.
get to stand on that, beside that backhoe with their hands on their hips and their chest poofed out and the sunset.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the input. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Love you. There she goes.
I'm buying a backhoe tomorrow.
Okay, buy one.
I want to get one of the cheaper ones. 'Cause that's what you get with the Kubotas and all that. You're getting the smaller size, but it's still.
I think
you can do
she's.
some work.
I think she sealed up the crux to that conversation.
I
think she
yes.
did.
I
She
guess
said
so.
that her dad could afford one,
Yeah.
and when he got one, he was wise and used it responsibly. Wouldn't it be nice if more things were out of reach financially?
Oh, here we go.
Wouldn't it be nice if more things were a little bit tougher to get? Like it was really expensive to buy something that could possibly do damage. Like,
Somebody might get killed.
like a backhoe or a crane. Those are really expensive.
Or a crane.
Not anyone can buy a crane. But if they could, if everyone could afford a crane, can you imagine the batshit crazy life we'd be living right now? if everyone could afford a crane.
Let's go a little.
Cranes and
Let's go a little further.
Yes.
Let's put some steroids on that.
There you go.
Everybody, can everybody buy a tank
No.
or a jet fighter?
Well, let's stick with things that are not related to firearms. See?
Oh my!
You see?
The cat's out of the bag.
Not everyone can afford a crane, and if they could, we'd be screwed. KUHS 102.5 FM. It's the record you need to know about. Stick around. We've got more Fatback for you coming up right after a word from our sponsors.
Garland County Library underwrites. Open 7 days a week, GC Library has activities for kids, teens, and adults like story time, gaming, book clubs, movies, genealogy, and live music. In addition to books, newspapers, magazines, and reference materials, GC Library has ebooks, audiobooks, movies, manuals, and music available in person or online with your card. GC Library has computers and internet, meeting rooms and lessons, bluegrass jams and tax prep, and used books for sale by the friends. For hours and info, you can find them on social or call 501-623-4161 or check it all out at gclibrary.com.
And finally, new rule. Someone has to tell me how summer, the time of year when we traditionally give our brains a rest, can retain its specialness if stupid season now runs all year round. How can you feel good about earning a vacation for your mind if we've retired from the job of thinking altogether? You know, it used to be that you worked hard and behaved responsibly for most of the year, and then when June came, school's out, brains out, no reading except for trashy novels on the beach, no studying, no thinking, no dress code, the movies were all stupid. It was great. Because you'd earned it. Even if you got a summer job, it was a weird gig you did for a few months, or as it's now called, a job. No, we have now ruined summer because America insists on being peak stupid at all times.
You're listening to the record you need to know about on KUHS 102.5 FM.
All right now. They call you disco queen, and you my lady. She's my lady. My dancing girl. Big leg dancing girl. Ha-ha. You're a disco queen, but you my lady. She's my Won't you dance with me now? Won't you dance with me? My dancing girl. My big leg dancing girl. I wanna dance. I wanna dance. I wanna dance. Dance, 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 baby, dance. Don't be so mean. You're the disco queen. Your movements. Dance, dance, baby, dance. Really turn the fellas on. Don't be so mean. You're the disco queen. I guess that's why they call you the queen. She's on the floor now. right to my soul. But you, my lady, she's my lady. If you wanna rock, boogie, cha-cha, mama. The queen.
feel like I'm on script.
You're not. He's actually choking up. Try it.
This is Jeremy Rogers. See, I forget. I choke halfway through.
That was perfect. What a good, confident guy I am. I'm like, that was perfect. That was perfect, Jeremy Rogers. That was perfect.
That was perfect.
You can't get any better than that. It's the greatest bumper I could ever ask for. You choked up.
He did. So many people, like, they're afraid to get on a mic. I can understand if you have a camera in your face.
Right.
They're just worried about what they're going to say and how they're going to come out.
Yeah, it's fine. Just do it.
Let's just do it.
Do it. Just do it. It'll be fine.
That was great.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll survive. Speaking of the Starlight, we were talking about the Starlight, ladies and gentlemen, while you were listening to that last track. This is KUHS 102.5 FM.
Listen to the Fatback Band.
Fatback Band, a record you know about. Speaking of Starlight, did the people that you called me about the other night, did they get their thing worked out? Were they able to perform their show?
Yes.
They were. Good. Did you help them? Be honest.
No, I found somebody to.
You found someone.
To do
Okay,
it.
good.
Well, see, I don't know the outlay of everything in there.
Neither do I.
So I mean, like, I didn't want to look around and accidentally break something or something.
Right.
You did right, my man.
No, I found someone that DJs in there.
Okay, good.
Sometimes. And
So Jason called me not extremely late. It was later in the evening. He called me.
It was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, he called me at the house, Todd, and I had a very big day. I had multiple film shoots that I conducted that day. One of them started at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was done. I was like, I got home, and I was like, I'm home. I'm making a stiff drink, and I'm gonna get horizontal, and I'm not moving from this spot until I have to get up in the morning.
Why not?
That's what I did, and Jason had called me. It was not necessarily late, but late enough to where I was like, yeah, I'm in for the night. I'm sorry, and I do apologize that I couldn't make it down there.
Yeah.
I wish it had been like 7. Actually, if you'd called me at 7, I'd have been on a production set. So I'm glad.
All right.
I'm glad it wasn't 7. But if it had been 8, I might have been like, I'm in. I'm gonna run down there and make this happen for you. But yeah, I do apologize for not coming through for you. But I'm glad you got it worked out.
Well, yeah, it wasn't my thing. Just no one was there, and they asked me, and I said, I'll make it happen
You'll
somehow.
make it happen, yeah.
I'll
You'll
find
make it
some
happen.
way to make it happen.
Find some way to make it happen.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, right.
No, I've been there.
That's when I just pretend I'm
I'll
deaf.
help.
That's when I pretend I'm deaf. I just go, I don't understand.
What?
I can't really let down.
It's like when they point. Todd, he knows. What? Who?
Yeah. Where's Todd?
I'm John.
Where's Todd? I'm John with an O.
With the
O-N?
just Jon.
Jon.
Or Thom.
Or Thod. He's Thod.
That's a good one. I think I'm going to adopt that next week.
Thod.
Thod Miller.
Thod Miller. But yeah, I do apologize that I couldn't come through for you. I'd like to come through for my friends. I like to be there for them if I can, and it was just.
Well, I mean,
it was too late.
I mean, you were the first person I thought of.
I appreciate it.
I mean, and I just started going down the list after you said no, I'll pass.
I'll pass. I was the right guy to call. But the other thing too,
and I was not.
Right.
Just remember that.
The other thing too is that I don't work for the Starlight.
Neither do I.
But I work for the radio station. Now, if you'd called and said,
do we actually work for them? Well,
we volunteer for them.
Yeah, your capacity.
I'm different. Yeah, but I had you said the station, the stream is down, no clue what to do. I would have ran down here in my jammies, which I don't wear jammies, so I would put on some clothes and come down here, made it work for you. But that's different. That's different because the station is different. I feel more morally obligated to make sure this thing is working. Much more than I do the Starlight. They pay people down there, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they can't afford me. So, but I would come here in a heartbeat and take care of business. I've come down here at 6 a.m. and taken care of business before. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but
this is a different thing here.
It is.
There's no alcohol being served here. Well, technically not.
There's no alcohol here, but it's the station, man.
Yeah, it's the station. It has its thing.
Something I'm into.
Yeah,
It's something
yeah.
that I support and I help make it happen. And so I would do whatever I could to make sure that it's working.
It has
at all
one
times.
thing that it does, one use, kind of
Right.
like a gun.
Right.
You know, you can't use it as a screwdriver or hammer things with it.
Or dig a pool with
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, or dig up lines. Yeah, you can't do anything
Can't.
like that with it.
Yeah.
You can talk about it.
Yeah. And they're so inexpensive. Therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
I think we may have solved the world's problems right now. Right here, right now. We've had an epiphany. we've had an epiphany.
What was your thought, Jason?
Wipe off.
Yeah, so there you have it. There you have it. Fun weekend though. So you got the show going. Was it a good show?
I didn't even stay for it.
Oh, you didn't even stay for it.
No.
What were the what was the performance? Was it a band or?
It was a magician lady, and another lady that was touring with her was like a mentalist of some sort or something.
Oh, hell, you lost me at magician and mentalist.
or mind reader. Or
I don't know
something.
which one
Mind
was
reader.
first.
Yeah, it was something like that. And
And you didn't stick around for it. I would have. I mean, if I were there at that moment, I'd be like, well, I'm sticking around for this.
I just didn't want to.
Okay.
Why? What was it? Was it interesting enough?
I guess. I had to work the next day.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
That'll
want to
do
stay.
it.
That'll do it every time.
Yeah. You
Work.
You pulled the work card.
Yeah, I did.
Good times.
It wasn't. I guess it wasn't interesting enough for me to stay. I don't know.
Well, good try.
Yeah.
You gave it the old college try.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
I mean,
as you tried to help them.
As you said on the phone to me that night.
Because apparently nobody else down there could.
Yeah, but I found
In the Carnival of
I made it
Souls.
happen. I found somebody to fix it up for him. Yeah, for sure.
The room that time forgot.
Yeah. And I heard that it was a good show because I did ask about it.
Really?
Afterwards, they said it was.
Who'd you ask?
Good. The bartendress down there.
Ooh, what's her name?
Alcoholi, I think is her name.
Oh, Holly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
DJ Vajayjay. She used to have a show here on the KUHS.
Yeah.
DJ
Alcoholic.
Vajayjay. Alcoholic.
How do you spell that? With an H?
Yes.
Somewhere? Twice?
H. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
Speaking of alcoholic, weed has been decriminalized in New York City
Holy Lord.
today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cuomo.
Thank you.
Good call. Isn't that nice?
Good call.
It is.
It's great.
I mean, that should start a trend.
That's the movement we're looking for.
That's always been the thing. Just decriminalize.
Just decriminalize it.
Just let it go, man.
So now, does that mean? Because I'm very curious about this. Does that mean that you can just buy it in a weed shop for fun now? You don't have to have a medical card to buy it, or is that another
Well, no.
hurdle that has to be overcome?
I think
No, it doesn't mean that you can, but you're just not going to get prosecuted.
No,
right?
it's just saying if you get caught with unregulated weed, you're not going to get in as much trouble anymore.
I guess it depends on the terms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's
what
not
they-
sold through their dispensaries or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that type of stuff, if you get caught with the, street weed or
But
whatever.
generally-
So you have to have some paperwork that says I can have weed.
If it's decriminalized, if you're holding, if you have a certain amount, whatever, they just don't. We're not going to prosecute. We're not going to charge you with it.
Well,
Gotcha.
it might just be a fine, just like a speeding ticket or something.
But that's a crime.
Yeah, but see?
So how does that work?
Well, now they could make it, they could make it like
It's
a civil
decriminalized.
thing, like it's a municipal deal, like a speeding ticket. Like, hey, man, you have like a bag of weed, dude. We're going to charge you $20.
You don't, because you don't have your card.
Yeah.
You gotta have your card.
No, that's cool.
You need
I
your
don't
papers.
care.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Go
see?
get your papers if
See,
it means
let's
that
go
much
back
to you.
to the backhoe.
It's regulated. Regulation works. It works. Whether you support or do not support whatever the thing is that's being regulated, it seems to work.
You have learned much, young one.
And I'm fine with that.
Except not for all of our listeners.
No, apparently not. No. Apparently not. We got a lot of people on Facebook all worked up about this.
You can. It's like nowadays. It's like terms don't mean terms. Black is white now. White is black.
Terms and conditions.
If I go outside and I look up in the sky and it's clear blue sky, it's like, hey, it's blue out here. Next thing you know, somebody's going, fake news. Fake news. It's really nighttime.
That was a good Trump impersonation there, Todd.
That was pretty good. Do more. Do more.
No way, full legal. Everyone should have them all the time.
That's pretty good. Tell a little more raspy, a little deeper, but you're
like this.
You're very
like
good.
A little more like this.
Yes.
Wrong.
That's good. Wow.
See
Look
how
at
I
Todd.
went down 3 times?
Holy moly! Look at Todd.
Yeah.
Tell people to go back to their own country.
Go back to your whole country. See, I censored myself.
You don't have to. Remember, I asked Zach if we could say shit. He said, yes, you can.
Go back to Alabama, where you came from. That is the shithole country of this country.
Abso-frickin-lutely.
That and Mississippi.
Oh, I mean, very
I'm gonna
much
go
so,
ahead and
yeah.
Say that
What
out loud.
about Detroit?
Yeah. What about Detroit and Chicago or Illinois? Whatever.
Anyway, that was a hell of a Trump. I like it. You're doing very well. You're doing very well for yourself.
Very
very well for
very
yourself.
bigly.
Vote for me in 2020. Don't vote for Jason.
Don't for
Jason.
Hi, how are you? They look scary. I don't know if we want to ask them. I know that guy. He's smoking, so they can't come in. Get the hell out of here. I know that guy.
Look at the camera.
He's an albino.
Oh, that's a first.
He's lifting
Look
his
at
shirt.
that.
An albino just flashed us. Wow, we're getting flashed by an albino outside. How bizarre is that?
That's incredible.
Is he a full albino? Is that a full albino?
I don't know. Is
it okay to call an albino an albino? Is that a bad thing?
I
wouldn't know.
Check tomorrow on the news and we'll see.
If the show is on the news, then I screwed up.
or should we call him pigment challenged?
Pigmently challenged. There you go. See, that sounds insulting to me because then I'll be like, I'm not challenged by pigment. How dare you? How dare you? You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. And don't call him a what is it? Pigmently challenged?
Don't call him pigmently challenged.
You can't say pigmently challenged American now. So I don't even know. You can say American, but you can't say American.
Why? What happened?
No
what changed?
idea. Supposedly America is even though it was named after an Italian. Whatever. But I haven't heard the argument come out from that side. Hint, hint, hint. Good Lord.
Wow, Todd's all worked up over there. Something's happening that I don't know about.
Disorder.
Something going on that I'm not aware
I know
of.
right now some neck is scratching his head going, Columbus? That don't make no sense. Amerigo.
Because you see, Columbus came over here on a boat, and he founded this place, and he made it all great and everything, and he met with the Indians, and he said that their Indians were all right, and then the other people came over, and they said the Indians weren't all right, and there you go. That's why we have America, and that's why we got America.
That's right. Go syphilis.
Go syphilis.
Go syphilis.
All right.
It's pure evil.
I don't know where that was going. That was awesome.
If you thought we went off the rails in the first half hour,
we really are now.
Welcome to the second.
We really are now. I feel we have a little more control now than we did in the first.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
I am because I have my notes and I can always just jag to the other note. The last of my notes, besides the there we go. Thank you. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Hey, we're here. Here it is. The record you need to know.
It is 10:30, and as Schneed would say, I've got to give it a hard stop for the call, letters, and frequency. KUHS 102.5 FM.
Coos
102.5.
This is more Fatback Band. Fatback Toy.
No, we're not going to do Fatback Band yet.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to say we're saving the King Tim 3 and the Rapper's Delight for the last little snag here.
Oh, somehow I forgot that.
But I'm very excited to share with everyone, if they don't already know, that tonight the Delta Aquareed The
Good
Delta
enough.
Aquaride meteor shower is happening tonight. So check your compass and look easterly, and you will see showers of meteors falling from the sky tonight. That's exciting.
Yeah, I call it Aquarii.
Aquarii.
See,
So the D is
That's how
silent at the end?
Yeah, and it has an H on it.
There's no H.
Yeah, there is.
I got it written down right
It's
here.
silent.
I got it straight from the
It's there.
Science magazine.
And there's even a K in there.
Aquaride.
At the end. It's silent as well.
Well, okay, so it's spelled aqua, R-I-I-D.
Aquarid.
Aqua, R-I-I-D. That's how that's how this shower is spelled.
Yeah. That's
Or spelt if you're from the South. That's how it's spelt. That's how it's spelt. That's right, ladies. What's
That's
going
how
on? KUHS 102.5 FM. Hi, how are you? What's going on? We are having all kinds of interaction with people
Look
on the
at 'em.
sidewalk tonight. It's fantastic. Why do you think that is? There's so many people out there.
Show us your albino.
He already went
Right
away.
up there. Okay.
He already went away. But yeah, so the Aquaride meteor shower tonight. Look easterly if you can, maybe even north, south, easterly.
Just look all the way around, man.
Look all the way around.
Get one of those
You
360
can see
cams.
them.
you know.
The
Go
moon
on.
is crescent right now, so it's a big, thin sliver. So even here in town, you may be able to see some action out there on the horizon. But yeah, it should be happening.
It's all waning.
Big streaming lights should be falling from the sky at some point. Very excited about it. I enjoy a meteor shower.
It's going to be great.
It's fantastical.
If it is totally fantastical, and if only there were some lightning with it.
Have you recently had a close encounter? A close encounter with something very unusual?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
yeah,
That would
I
be
have.
very cool if there were
Aliens
lightning
land?
with it.
Yeah,
Or
I've been-
aliens
I've been
landing.
waiting
That'd be
for
good.
a while.
Did you see the photo that NASA shot of the sun, where there was a spaceship on the in the atmosphere
Yeah,
of the sun?
that was a TIE fighter.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was International Space Station. Yes, I'll call it a TIE fighter.
Do you believe that was a spaceship or no?
No, because the Earth is flat, Aaron.
Todd, you're being very confrontational now,
But man, you know,
which is so unlike you.
It's here. They're here.
Typically, you're not very confrontational, but tonight you're really.
Oh, see, just like my shirt shows.
See his shirt on the
The whole solar system is flat.
Flat solar system.
But notice there's no flatness in the solar system. We're gonna have to work that out.
I was thinking this other day about all the flat earthers. So, is like Terry Pratchett like God to them? You know, he's the one that wrote the Discworld series. You know.
I don't know, but
wow.
I don't pay that close of attention.
You know, I mean, you would
I was
think
gonna
that,
say once you associated him with these other things, I was
have you
like,
not seen any of those movies? Hogfather. It's all about the Discworld series.
Yeah.
I've not seen that movie. I've not seen it. No, I missed out on that.
And he wrote that series of books, the Discworld series, and it's about the flat Earth, and the disc is Earth is carried around on this big elephant's back that's riding on top of a turtle through space.
Wow, that guy was doing some serious acid. that guy was on some serious drugs.
Actun is the name of the turtle.
I was gonna say reminds me of Stephen King because it.
Octoon.
Thing
Who you calling an Octoon, man? That's not cool.
Yeah. But you know what?
Anyway,
No,
get
it
that?
would
That
be
was a good
really,
one.
it would be really cool to see a lot of movies that were done in space. You know, with like the Earth or the Moon, or they show something else, you know, spherical, as flat, like redoing the whole market.
Be a bunch of new movies.
It would be.
I can see Nicolas Cage has got a big career ahead of him. Nicolas Cage in Below the Plate.
or
Below the Plate.
Or Across the World in 80 Days.
Across the World.
So yeah, I have a question for Mark. Whenever
Nicolas Cage starring in Over the Earth.
Whenever we talk to Mark again, like, okay, so the Earth is flat, right? It's a dome thing. Does it spin still? Is it like a record?
I think that the moon and the sun spin on coat hangers around the flat Earth. I think that's how it works. Big giant coat
there's these
hangers.
lights. I know we haven't gotten a definitive answer on that. So.
None, no definitive answers, and that's why we haven't really called him back in a while. We're giving it.
That's why we're waiting for him to call and give us some.
We're giving it
answers.
giving it a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he needs to
regroup
and come up with some better answers for our questions.
Maybe Patricia can help us.
Maybe
that's who we need to call next.
I don't.
Ooh, Patricia.
I could find her number. I actually have her number.
I think that's the route we need to go.
Todd, I know that we promised our listeners that we would do a King Tim III and Rapper's Delight debate in the last half hour of the show.
Yeah, let's get to it or whatever. Whatever you think.
But now you really want me to. Now I really want to call Patricia. Wow, Todd's sneezing. That was fantastic.
It's totally fantastic.
We should have done that on the air. That was great.
It's because the stuff that's falling from the top of the dome, it's starting to get to me right now.
Wait, how do I go into our radio show? There we go. Patricia. Patricia. It's
fascinating.
Oh, it's pulling all of the. Okay, that's not working. Let me try this a different way. Yeah, thank you. Da, 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 da. Jeez. Hang on. Looking. I'm going to find it here. In New Zealand, this is where he's in. Oh. He only gave me her email. I thought he gave me her phone number. That's a bust.
We'll email her later.
That's a bust. That didn't work. Sorry.
Well, yeah, email her later, and maybe in the future we can get her up.
Maybe so. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway, let's do what we promised our listeners. Let's give this King Tim III track a listen.
Let's do it.
And then
we'll Rapper Delight and talk about it.
At some point, maybe we'll jump in with Rapper's Delight, or should we listen to Rapper's Delight first, because it is like 14 minutes long.
Yeah, but why don't we? Go with King Tim first, because technically it was released first.
Yeah.
So let's give it that credit. Let's give it that respect.
Okay. Yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
We'll play the
You're right.
Rapper's Delight.
This is the fourth song on the album Fatback 12. It's called King Tim III, Personality Jock. This is, of course, under debate whether or not this song or Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, which one was the first hip-hop single. This is the debate we're having. So here we go. A little King Tim for you on KUHS 102.5 FM. The record is over.
Fatback.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, y'all. Here we go. You just clap your hands and you stomp your feet, cause you're listening to the sound of the show shot beat. I'm the K-I-N-G, the T-I-M, King Tim III, and I am him, just me, Fatback, and the crew. We're doing it all just for you. We're strong as an ox and tall as a tree. We can rock it so viciously. We throw the highs in your eyes, the bass in your face. We're the funk machines that rock the human race. Skate down, boogie shot. Come on, girl, let's do the rock. Slam, dunk, do the jerk. Let me see your body work. To the beat, everybody. To the beat, everybody. 2, 4, 6, 8. Fatback, don't you hesitate. To the King Tim the Third. Tell you what I want you to do. A little left hand, right hand in the air, and you swing 'em like you just don't care. You put your left leg out, the right leg in, say the hustlers out, and the rock is in. About a quarter to four, somebody was at your door when you wondered who it was. You started to shake and shiver, so I said it was me, your little old cuz. I said to open the door, it let me in. I rock you so good you want it again. I rock you so good you heard bells ring. They went a ring, ding, dang, a ding, a ding, ding. Ring, ding, dang, a ding, ding, to the beat. Everybody.
Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Come on, do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. All right.
Stomp your feet and you clap your hands, cause you're listening to the sound of the Fatback Band. Ain't nothing new in what I do, cause I'm doing it all just for you. I'm hotter than tea, I'm sweeter than honey. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm sugar-coated, double dunk, chocolate MC man. I'm sweeter than the almond joy and grandma's sweet old jam. I'm the modified, the rectified, kazinctified, kadrooptified, kaputified, kadrooptified, to rock your mind, say all the time, to the beat, everybody, to the beat, everybody. It's on and on and on and on, like hot butter on, say what the popcorn.
Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me, and I'll do it to you. Do it to me,
To the beat, everybody. You keep the pedal and step the hip in your hop. You don't stop till you get on the mountaintop. Once you reach the top, you won't be alone. You got King Tim on the microphone. Just grab your partner, you start to swing, cause I'm well known just like Burger King. I don't sell burgers, old french fries. I'm only here to make your nature right. Just grab your partners around and round and grab her by the butt and boogie it down. Just open up a jacket and open a bra and dance just like at the Mardi Gras. I'm the man of action, the main attraction. The girls call me the satisfaction. I'm the Romeo, the Casanova. Here tonight, I'm going to get over to the beat. Everybody, to the beat. Everybody, to the beat. Everybody, to the beat.
This is Siri and you are listening to the record you need to know about.
There we go. That was Fatback Band with their song King Tim the Third, Personality Jock. Came out in 1977, March 25th.
79.
I'm sorry, 79, March. Sorry, my eyes are
He's already
foggy.
trying to backdate it.
My eyes are foggy. Released on March 25th, 1979.
Yep.
A few months before.
Almost 6.
The legendary song.
Rapper's Delight.
Rapper's Delight. Well, which we'll hear a little bit of right now. Well, I've got it right there. Ooh, look at that. So you be the judge. I know it says it here on paper.
What are we the judge of?
I don't know.
What are they the judge of?
I don't know. I feel like there was.
Which one's cooler?
I feel like when I discovered this band, and I didn't. It's not like I discovered them.
Yeah.
They were a known band. I just didn't know who they were, and I stumbled across
Maybe
Fatback Band, and I was like, wow, this is great. And then Fatback 12 popped up, and
That's right.
Well, maybe therein lies the problem right there. You know, not. Rapper's Delight, the Sugar Hill Gang had better marketing or a record company behind them.
Well, it was using a sample that everybody
You know what I'm saying?
used.
So, I mean, like, Fatback Band wasn't well known, you know, so no one really knew about them.
Right.
You know, so.
But they technically put out the first hip hop single.
Yeah. So it's
the song we just listened to, King Tim. I always say Kim.
This all boils down to marketing.
King Tim the Third, Personality Jock. First hip hop single.
First hip hop
single,
yeah, technically
single
release,
single. Single. But Rapper's Delight has been widely known as the first hip hop single,
and that's because whatever happened, and
they had better marketing, or
no, Fatback put it on as a B-side. It was a B-side, so it wasn't fronted.
That's right. You have your notes. You have your notes. You have more information. Help us out. You have more information on this.
I know this by heart.
Okay, read. Talk. Tell me more. I want to learn.
No, so
that's why I'm here.
What ends up happening is they realize that the song that they first put out, which was "You're My Candy Sweet."
Oh, we heard that tonight. It's a good one.
That one didn't really take off. No, it didn't. That one stalled at number 67
on the Billboard charts,
on the R&B chart.
R&B charts, okay.
And that would be the whatever Hot 100.
Hot 100.
Hot 100. It stalled, and so then all of a sudden, the following week, they threw out King Tim III.
Okay,
and it moved up to number 26.
Wow. On the R&B charts
or the R&B charts?
R&B charts. Look at that. Made some waves, Jason.
Yeah.
Number 26. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Jason's in a cave. He's digging right now with his digging with his backhoe. He's making a pool.
So you could also say it was the first band to hit the charts
with an R&B single.
With a hip hop
single. I'm sorry.
Hip hop single
on the R&B charts.
Right.
Okay. Well, here's Rappers Delight. Whoa. Wow. That's not good. We need a fundraiser. We need a fundraiser. Oh, very touchy. Whoa. I'm staying away from it.
And check that breakbeat sample. See if you can tell where it came from.
It's obvious.
We haven't even brought it out yet. Let's see if somebody will call in and tell us, because it's easy.
Wow. Look at that. It keeps going out. The microphone is cutting out on me, guys. Weird.
It's crazy.
Maybe it's been your mic the whole time.
Mine the whole time.
It's whatever here. This is like some sort of weird party line. It's on like an old telephone system setup.
It is. I can turn both. I can turn both of you off at the same time. Watch. Both go at the same time. You're gone. And now you're back. And now you're gone. And now you're back. Wow, that was cool. Rappers Delight.
If only I had a video of that. I don't know.
Oh, you do on Facebook.com/record to know.
It was all on you. We totally messed that.
Well, I was enjoying it.
It was awesome.
I was enjoying it. You want to try it again with you? Try it again. 3, 2, 1, go. Now you're gone. Now you're back. You're gone. Back. Thank you. Here's Rappers Delight on KUHS 102.5 FM.
We're stupid.
That was awesome. That was art. Are you kidding me?
That was art.
Oh.
To the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1", and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. I got bodyguards, I got 2 big cars that definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental and a sunroof Cadillac. So after school, I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Hear me talking about checkbook, credit cards, more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker or a punk from the rock, not a dime till I made it again. Everybody go, hotel, Well, what you gonna do today? Is I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go hotel, motel, holiday inn. See, if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. I'm Master G. Oh, my mellow is on you, so what you gonna do?
Well, it's on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting and you're sitting. Then damn, you start doing the freak. I said bam, right out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You rock it to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You rock it to the beat without a care. Cruise the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of rhyme eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. Sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, the pop, the pop, give it, pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, yo. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep in stride, cause all I'm here to do is just a wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, yo, throw it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jiggles in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls, get on the floor, come alive, yo, give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me one to Mike, what are you waiting for?
To the hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rock it to the bang bang, the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Well, skittle bebop, we rock a Scooby Doo, and guess what, America, we love you, cause you rock in a row with us so much so you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Rock it out, a baby bubba to the boogie, the bang bang, the boogie to the beat. Beat is so unique. Come on, everybody, and dance to the beat.
This is Robbie Bradley. You're listening to the record you need to know about on KUHS.
Thanks, Robbie. KUHS 102.5 FM, that is, exactly. So there we go. There was a Rapper's Delight. Similarities in King Tim III and Rapper's Delight?
No, just the typical Bronx. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear a lot of similarities other than the...
come on, yeah.
Other than the delivery. Yeah, the delivery is similar.
The vocal delivery, stop.
Yeah, the two songs are very different.
Rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. How many times has that been used?
I don't know.
Well, back then it was a lot, apparently, because rap had already started like 7 years before this.
It's a lot of questions, Tom. I'm very confused now, man.
You put your weed in there.
Drunken lush. In celebration of weed being decriminalized in New York City. There you have it.
It's his whole celebration.
Yeah, Rapper's Delight. It came out on September 16th, 1979. So let's do the math. How many months between March and September?
Like 6
It's close enough to be 6.
6 months. Wow. Fatback Band came out in March.
So we've got like 2 weeks. 2 weeks different. So 5.5 months.
I just know the sound it makes.
Yeah, that's
See?
Well, thanks, Jason.
Never go full retard.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks very much. Let's listen. So here's King Tim
the
again.
whistles. You gotta have the whistles.
The official first hip-hop single.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Got the funk bass going on. The funk sting.
Cause you're listening to the sound of the show shot beat. I'm the KING, the TIM, King Tim the Third.
Back then you spelled things out.
Right.
Spell it out.
See, this is not as
back then. They actually spelled words with actual words, not numbers and symbols and stuff.
Yeah, that song's
J to the A to the.
Well, see, that song is like really sparse. You know what I'm saying? It's not as full as the
Rapper's
Sugar Hill
Delight.
Rappers.
Oh, yeah, it's very full.
No.
Yeah. It was a much more popular song than King Tim. So therefore it got more notoriety as being the first hip hop song.
Because it was more polished.
It was just more popular.
Well, no, the song itself was more polished,
but it wasn't. Yeah,
I think it might be a better song.
King Tim,
totally is.
I don't know.
Rapper's Delight. I think it's a better song.
Rapper's Delight, totally.
I think it is. I think it's a better song.
They hit the breaks right.
More polished.
They had a few guys rapping. It wasn't just
better,
one dude. Right?
Better produced.
Yep. There you have it. We've solved the riddle.
I don't know that that's even solving it, because if they would have put this out as an A-side, it would have been like it could have been really pushed.
If Fatback Band had put it out,
and I don't
as
know,
an A-side.
but that's the question.
So
was
maybe
it them
people,
or was it the record people? The management said, "Nah, you play that your Candy Sweet thing."
Well, maybe people
play the Candy Sweet song because this is
not going to sell like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes,
or
this
something.
bouncy track is not going to be popular.
Maybe we need to start rephrasing it. The Sugar Hill Gang Rapper's Delight is the first successful hip hop song.
That's really the way to put it.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the first.
The first popular.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or even You had it. It's all you, man.
Yeah. Well done. Way to end. I know that little bell is driving me nuts. Way to end the show, Jason. Thank you. That was perfect. We are done. We are out of here.
Are we?
Let's scoochie poop.
Let's scoochie poop.
I think we're gonna listen to. I think we're gonna leave you with Black Sabbath. And if you're listening on Monday night, then you have a treat. You're gonna hear the entire album. You're gonna hear the entire album. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting for them?
It totally is.
Yeah. But if you're listening on Wednesday, sorry, you're only going to hear Sweet Leaf, and then you're going to have to listen to Sunny Show, which is just amazing. It's way better than this one.
What are you talking about?
It is, trust me. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here so that all of that kind of thing can happen.
Yeah, let's do this.
I think this track's going to play. It's been making a weird bell sound every time I click on it.
Just do it.
Let's see what happens. See you next week. KUHS 102.5 FM. The record you need to know about. You know where to find us. The record you need to know about.com. Bye.